Hello, my name is June Padilla, and this is my personal portfolio project. And to start off, you can see we're on an empty Google page here, and that's because my first project I worked on, that is physically this portfolio, is actually hosted on the internet, and you can just find it by just typing in jpadilla.org, and you can see it links straight to my website. And this is hosted using Cloudflare Pages. It's completely online. It represents one part of what I like to focus on, which is software, because I'm a dual major in computer science and mechanical engineering. And you can see here, this is my main page where I have my About Me here. I'm a dual degree student at UConn, focusing in, like I said earlier, computer science and mechanical engineering. And I'm very passionate about robotics, dynamical control systems, and just problems that connect software and hardware in very interesting and technical ways. Moving on, you can see here. Well, as we go to the portfolio, we can see that this is one of my main projects. But you can see here, there's a link that takes you to different sections. We'll get to those sections later, and a little bar to say you can explore your portfolio as well as key skills that might be good for like AI scrapers to see like, oh, they have this word, this word, this word. Oh, wow, they know how to do a lot of these things. Anyway, moving on into the next section, the work experience, where you can see each of my experiences I had. Specifically, currently at UConn, I do TAing and am a shift supervisor at the Q Center. But in addition to those things, my work experience also includes more things that are appropriate for my career, such as my experience being a research assistant working on structural health monitoring of in-use bridges. Specifically, we worked with Founders Bridge, which is in Hartford, the Hartford East Hartford border, and we did some analysis using an Internet of Things system there. And then in the past, I also worked as a project intern with a math exam developing company, Math League, and there I worked in a team and did a lot of work with Excel. Finally, you can see in this experience page, I have my education, the current degree I'm working on, and then also there's a list of the courses that are relevant in the kind of jobs I'd be applying for. And then finally, some more skills. Moving on to the project section, this is where I list each of my projects and a couple things I worked on. Specifically, the first one, talking about the personal portfolio website. That one's really interesting. I've been talking about that a bit, but it's hosted on the internet, so you can find it just by typing in jpda.org. In addition to that, we have, and in each project, it states a little summary, the skills that are used in it, and the key features, as well as a read more section where I wrote a little blurb about what I personally contributed to each one. Specifically, well, for a lot of these, at least these top two, these are independent projects, so I did it all myself. Specifically with the self-balancing robot, you can see here, well, I'm currently working on this one, but I'm working on developing a robot that can individually balance on its own using a gyroscope, specifically an MPU 6050, in conjunction with motor encoders and an Arduino, where I'm interfacing with the Arduino using Arduino CLE, so like Arduino's built-in terminal editing software. Currently working on it. I'm in the process of an iterative design process, but school currently took up a lot of my time, so I'm going to get to that soon, and I'll continue working on that one. Addition, we have this website. I developed the entire thing myself, primarily between me, and then I also used Claude Code as an agentic AI. Currently in software jobs, at least, AI is getting pushed a lot as something that's very important, very useful. So it's important to get lots of skills in it. So I think it's really reflective of my skills if there's an option there for that. Then I have the research I discussed earlier, where we monitored the status of the bridge gap, or specifically, we worked on setting up an Internet of Things system to monitor a bridge gap to measure like how bridges handled temperature fluctuations over time. And this involved working with um, primarily, and my responsibility was designing the energy system, so I had to go in and sort of figure out how we could better orient our solar panels to get the most energy and last through times when there were lots of clouds or lots of rain and those sort of things. Moving on, we can see my resume here. A lot of the stuff I already stated, but just in a more compact format for specifically some personal for times when I have to submit an actual resume and places don't automatically accept my website. This one has some activities here, specifically Engineering Honor Society, IEEE, and Frost, but those are a little sort of irrelevant, more showing my social and my leadership skills. Finally, there's a contact section, which just has my location, my email, my phone, my status, a little bit that says let's connect, and then links to my LinkedIn, my GitHub, and my email. You'll see my resume. I have a link to my LinkedIn, GitHub, and my personal website, as well as my email. So in conclusion, I am a student who is really passionate about a lot of things, specifically the combination between software and hardware, and that helps me to work on a lot of things like the website, like robotics, like research, all those sort of things. And as a final note, I actually used this website and this resume to apply for a co-op recently, and actually got accepted while I was taking this course. So I guess my resume and website were pretty effective. Thank you for listening.